Figueroa.
Pablo.
Ralph Perez, Silvio.
Here we go. Welcome to Wide Range Media Webcast.
Welcome everyone to a new episode of Wide Range Media. I'm your host Alex Figueroa. My co-hosts are.
I am Pablo.
And this is Ralph Perez. How are you?
This is episode 87. This is where we talk about our most anticipated movies of 2019. And plus we have the Oscar list of nominations, which we're going to do the Best Picture, Best Actor, Best Actress. And I think that's pretty much it on the list. So we'll go through those first. Other than that, you can follow us on Twitter at Wide Range Media, Facebook at facebook.com/Wide Range Media. And I think that's pretty much it for all our social media accounts. Guys, anything?
Nice shirt, Alex.
Yeah.
Thank you. You like it?
Yeah, that's a pretty
How do you
nice
feel about
shirt.
the Hall of Fame this year?
Oh, wow. You're going to stir that up right before we start the damn podcast.
Just for those of you who they were arguing baseball earlier.
Yeah, we did. We're not going to talk about that. All right, so let's get into the news. If there's any new movie news big this week. I don't think there's been. Has been any news you guys wanted to talk about before we
the
start?
Oscar nomination.
You want to talk about that first?
Well, it is newsworthy.
All right, so let's talk about the Best Actor. So we got Christian Bale, Bradley Cooper, William Dafoe, Remy, the guy who played what's his name? I can never say his last name. Remy Malek? Yeah, and Viggo, the guy who played Aragon.
Viggo Mortensen, right? Mortensen?
Yeah, Mortensen. Yeah. So what do you think of that? Those five?
Well, there's a few of those movies I haven't seen yet, so I really can't talk about. But the one that I did see was say the names again.
You got Vice.
Okay, I haven't seen.
You
that
got
yet.
A Star Is Born.
Haven't seen that.
At Entity's Gone.
I haven't seen that.
Is that? At Entity's Gate, Bohemian Rhapsody, and Green Book.
Okay, and I haven't seen that, so I guess I can't comment about
You haven't seen any of them.
any of those that are for Best Actors now.
Well, I saw A Star Is Born.
And Bohemian Rhapsody.
Well, I saw Bohemian Rhapsody, which is an amazing movie, which I think he should just win it. But I saw A Star Is Born in the 1976 version.
Oh,
And I think Barbara Streisand should have won Best Actress.
Really?
No, but seriously, it's funny when you look at the list. Great actors across the board, except Christian Bale, but good actors across the board.
We're gonna start that again. Christian Bale. Why is Christian Bale a bad actor?
I'm just because he was Batman.
That's
Anyway, so
Because
William,
he's Batman. He's Batman.
Because he's Batman. That's
He's
it.
bad. He's bad man.
He's Batman.
Bad man. Bad man.
Honestly, I haven't seen the other movies, but if I really, the guy Remy played an excellent Freddie Mercury, and it's kind of hard for me because it was a really good movie. I'm not talking about now tying it to real history and all that crap because again, if you're a really fan of Queen and you know the history, then maybe the movie's jibbled all over the place. But he played an excellent role. I know he won the Golden Globe for Best Actor. I believe he did win the Golden Globe for Bohemian Rhapsody. But now Bradley Cooper and Christian Bale and the other, I never see those movies, and I don't think I'm gonna see those movies. But like I said, good luck to all five men in that category. But I hope it goes to Freddie Mercury.
That's not really Freddie Mercury, right?
No, I know.
Okay.
There's a few movies there. Well, this year I'm gonna do now that this week the nods came out for Best Picture. I'm gonna try to see all the Best Picture movies.
You want to see the list of that one?
When we get to that.
All right, so let's pull up the Best Actress.
Best Actor. So we're done. Who do you think should win, Ralph?
Well, I only saw Bohemian out of all of those, Bohemian Rhapsody. So it wouldn't be a fair decision. I would have to see the other films, which most likely I won't. I'm a busy guy. I only really go after the movies I really care about seeing. That one, the one Bohemian, I saw that and I loved it. So it's too biased. I wouldn't be fair.
I would say William Dafoe for Aquaman, but I could be wrong though. I'm just joking, but again, yeah, I mean Ralph is right. I'm not gonna be biased because again, I didn't see these other films, but from Remy's a portrayal of a singer that died, it was very well done. That's what I will say. And hopefully, like I said, good luck to all those men for the Oscar. And
Yes, absolutely.
you, Pablo?
Do you think Ken Griffey Jr. should have gotten in the Hall
Oh
of
my
Fame?
Lord! Why are you starting with the baseball? Jeez Louise.
I'm kidding.
What do you? Who would you go for? I mean, I know you didn't see it, but
I know I'm a big fan of Christian Bale.
Jesus.
Vice is a movie that I want to see.
He
Definitely.
hates Christian Bale.
And
Okay.
I haven't seen. But to be honest, I haven't seen any of those movies.
Runner-ups.
But I will soon. I think 3 of those movies are up for Best Picture, so I'll be seeing them very soon.
All right, so let's get into the best actresses. All right, so here we go. Best actress. There's a lot of them this time around. Melissa McCarthy. I'm very shocked.
No, am I actually.
Can you say the movie?
All right, hold on. The movie is Can You Ever Forgive Me?
Okay.
Lady Gaga, of course, Star is Born.
Okay.
Then you got Olivia Colman
Okay.
for The Favorite. I guess that's that medieval times type movie. I don't know if you guys saw the trailer. Then you got Glenn Close for The Wife. And then you got Yaitza. I don't know that. That's a weird name, man. I can't
I'm
say
terrible
it.
at names too.
Yeah,
so
I'm not good with the
Yeah.
Yanitza. I think unless Yanitza.
That's Roma.
Yeah. Yeah, for Romo. I'm not. I'm
Roma.
Again, Roma. I'm sorry. The text is mad small. I can't see it on the. Again, sorry, I can't pronounce your first name. So even if I was the host of the Oscars, I would have said the same thing on stage. I would have just said Roma. Yeah, like John Travolta.
No, he got whose name was it that he got wrong?
Oh, I forgot. He did that.
Was funny. Yeah.
Oh my god. But all right. So then, out of those actresses, who would you? I mean, I don't know. Most likely around the table, we all didn't see these movies.
I saw one of them.
Which one did you see?
Roma.
Okay. So, and you didn't. I know you didn't see The Wife or The Favorite, or I know Ralph didn't. I didn't see nothing either.
Yeah.
The only thing I'm very shocked with, and I'm not saying it as a negative or a positive, is Lady Gaga, because
Why
I'm
are
not
you shocked?
because
This is her first movie.
exactly.
But you know something? She's proven already that she can act.
Yeah, but she did one TV show. That's the thing. She did a TV show. Like you're going up.
No, you know what? Here's what grabbed me. The moment that when this was years ago, when MTV, the MTV Music Awards. Did you see that one where she dressed up as a guy with a leather jacket and
when she was
smoking a cigarette and
the split personality,
like a split. Oh my God! When I saw that, I said, "Now there is an actress in the making." And because at first I didn't know it was her, I really didn't. I was like, "Who's this guy?" I'm not kidding. After a few minutes, I was like, "Oh my God, that's Lady." Oh my God, that is so freaking cool. I was like, that is crazy, man. But that so I'm not surprised.
Well, I'm not saying it as a negative. I'm not doing the same thing with the Christian Bale or whatever.
Because you hate Christian Bale.
No, I do hate Christian Bale, but I'm not going to take away his talent of acting. That's just, I'm not going to do that because that's where we are as a podcast. Now, me saying I don't like him, I'm not saying it as a personal thing or whatever. It's just, I don't. But in terms of Lady Gaga, like Pablo said, this is her first featured film. It's not like it's a second or third where she got seen. She's going up against good actresses that helmed the acting.
Close.
Yeah, Glenn Close, and she beat her for the Golden Globe. A few months ago, last month, I don't know when the Golden Globes were, but she beat her. Now, would Lady Gaga now beat her on this big acclaim, which I would be so shocked. Again, I love Lady Gaga. I love her music. I'll be so shocked. So shocked. Because she's not an actress that's trained for acting. She's a musician who went straight into acting. So I'll be shocked.
Well,
Pablo?
she had some acting experience. I mean, in high school, I know that's kind of like crude. But and the reason why I know this is because, I got a story about that. My wife, when I first started, when we first started hanging out, and this was before we made it official that we were dating, she told me she was going to her cousin's play at Sacred Heart school on the Upper East Side. And I went. I didn't go to the play. There was a play there that her cousin was in. She came out in our wedding. And when I went there, she had just finished, so we went off on our date. Apparently, Lady Gaga was, obviously not Lady Gaga yet because this is like early 2000. She was just graduate. She was a senior, or I think a junior. I don't know. In that school, and she was in that same play, performing. So apparently, this is something singing wasn't just the only thing she did. It was singing and acting, which is very typical of many people that are into the arts. They're singing here, they're acting here, but there's it's funny, like, oh snap, like I would talk to Sandy's cousin and like, so what was she like in school? And she was like any other girl, like.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking away her talent, but Pablo, what do you think of Lady Gaga or these actresses on this category?
Well, I didn't see A Star Is Born, so.
Well, I'm just saying, like, in terms of, like, do you agree that she should have been nominated as Best Actress compared to other actresses that did other movies?
Yeah, it's hard because I didn't see the movie, so I don't know, how well she did in that movie. But I am going to see it because it is also up for Best Picture.
Yeah, we'll talk about Best Picture once we get to Best Picture.
Yeah,
right. All right. So, what do you think of Melissa McCarthy? Any of them? Well, you saw Roma. What do you think of the lady that's up for?
Another person who never acted before.
Okay.
So I mean, she did a very good job in Roma. She was excellent. But Best Picture, I don't know. Not Best Picture. Best Actress. I don't know. I don't know if I saw it.
All right. Well, let's get into Best Director. All right. So in this category, I put up the list now on my laptop so I can see the big nice names and stuff. So you got Alfonso Cuarón for Roma. For Roma. You got Yorgos Lanthimos, The Favorite. Yeah, I'm telling you, directors got some weird. They should get some like nicknames like baseball player, like the Animal, and then whatever. Like, because oh my god, they got Spike Lee for Black Klansman. Yeah, Adam McKay for Vice, and then you got Paul. Oh Lord Almighty, this is a long name. Paul Laulinski for Cold War.
Oh, okay.
That's a big one. But yeah, for Cold War. I didn't see none of those movies across the board. Now, Spike Lee is a great director. I know you did see Black Klansman.
Yes. So I'm rooting for Spike Lee. This is the first time he's been nominated, which is shocking because he's a seasoned director and he's been around for a long time and he made some very, very good movies throughout his career. And this is his first nomination. So I am rooting for him. I did see Black Klansman and I think it was in my honorable mentions as Best Picture of 2018. My favorite picture of 2018. But then again, I didn't see some of the other ones that are for Best Picture. But Black Klansman was an amazing movie. Great movie. Loved it. Went to the theater to see it. So I'm definitely rooting for Spike Lee. I hope he gets it.
You know, I was a little shocked that this was like this is his first nod as a Best Director. Yeah, and he did good movies. Like Malcolm X was a great movie, unless they snubbed him.
Earliest stuff.
Yeah, his
Do the Right Thing.
Yeah, so it's very shocking that this is his first big movie because I thought he would win it for Malcolm X, but that's very shocking. All right, so let's get to the biggest prize of the night, which is of course everyone the Best Picture. For Best Picture, you got Black Panther, which I'm so shocked. Black Klansman, Bohemian Rhapsody, The Favorite, Green's Book, Roma, The Star Is Born, and Vice. I'm gonna tell you right now, out of all these things, Black Panther shocked the hell out of me because I didn't think that movie was a Best Picture when I saw it, and I still don't think it's Best Picture.
It's the first Marvel superhero movie that was nominated. Am I right?
Yes. First one that's nominated for Best Picture.
Wow.
I don't think it would be funny. I would have preferred Infinity War because I think the way everything was helmed with all 30 actors and everything, that's more harder than. But again, I don't know if they're gonna be using. I'm not gonna go there, but I just think Black Panther for me was not Best Picture quality. When you sat there the first time seeing the movie, and I'm not saying it as a negative. Of course, I'm not using it as a negative, but I'm saying when you saw the movie the first time, did you say, "I'm seeing a Best Picture"? No, I don't think you did.
I actually didn't. I loved the movie. I loved the message it gave out. A lot of people enjoyed, especially me, enjoyed the cultural aspect of it. You know, the whole. I mean, I love
Wakanda. Yeah,
I want to go. I want to visit Wakanda. I want to hang out.
Yeah,
you know, like it was like that. And you know, I know it's not a real. Obviously, it doesn't exist in reality. But you know, I loved how it was this whole thing about. You know, they were isolated, and then because of what they went through in that film, they wanted to finally share themselves with the world, starting with opening up a youth center in the city there in the States at the end. I thought that was awesome. You know, I loved the reaching out. I loved the sharing. I loved the integration of how everything worked out in the plot. And I think, you know, if you think of it through that lens, you could see how it could be nominated possibly for Best Picture. Now, will it take it?
No.
Probably not.
No, it's not going to take Best Picture. Now, if you tell me Best Original Screenplay, I would say yeah. I was like, hands down, I thought the screenplay was great. Best Picture, I don't think so. Well, Pablo, what do you think?
I agree. I mean, I'm happy for Marvel.
Yeah.
This is great for them. And it was an enjoyable movie. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't see this as Best Picture. If there's any quote unquote superhero movies that should have been nominated, or I thought that it was worthy of Best Picture, was Logan. I thought that
Logan should have been.
Yeah.
That one should have been nominated, and that one I thought would have had a better chance of winning.
Now,
especially
question,
up against these movies,
because you would know this more than I do. Was Dark Knight nominated for Best Picture?
Yes, better than anyone.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying
Yes,
that when I sat in the theater, I thought I was seeing a Best Picture because that was shot like an actual physical movie. Like you're going, whoa. This movie, I couldn't.
And you know me, to this day, I've always said, Dark Knight to me is the best superhero movie, and it's one of the best movies overall that I've ever seen.
So then there was another superhero movie that was nominated.
Well, no, DC. This DC.
Yeah.
Marvel, this is the first Marvel. But if you had to pick between the two, Dark Knight and Black Panther, I'm with Pablo on this one. Dark
Black
Knight
Panther.
Oh, no.
No, I'm sorry.
No.
I meant Dark Knight.
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
I mean, for a 3-hour movie, I mean, 2 hours and 40-something minutes. I mean, it was good from here to there. I mean, but again, I'm not taking nothing away from Black Panther. It's a great movie.
Of course not. It's a classic, as far as I'm concerned. Now.
Yes, it's there, but I don't think it's Best Picture. Now, Bohemian Rhapsody, it's a good movie. Great movie.
I'm shocked I made it to Best Picture because when it first came out, people were kind of like, it wasn't like this, like, was like a Best Picture type movie. So I'm a little bit shocked about that one. I mean, I still want to see it. I'm upset that I missed it when it was out in theaters. But I definitely still want to see it. But yeah, I was a little shocked about that one as well.
It's again, it was a good movie, good vibe. When they start making their music, you feel it. You're like, yeah, you start singing along with everybody was singing along in the theater.
Oh yeah, forget about it.
Yeah, everybody in the theater was singing. It was pretty cool. It was a cool experience. It felt like you're going to the Rocky Horror Picture Show where you work, you know, when they're doing the scenes and you start acting it out. It's like crowd participation. It was like that with Bohemian Rhapsody. You're like, another one bites the dust, and you see him just walking through the bar. But it was pretty cool. But now you got Black Klansman. I didn't get to see that one. The Favorite.
Great movie.
It was
I
good?
didn't see The Favorite. I want to see The Favorite.
Now, The Green's Book, is that the one that he's the driver for the piano player?
Yeah, and
That
that's the
one
one
look-
that's a little controversial too.
That one I wanted to see because it looked pretty good. I ain't gonna lie. I saw the trailer to that one and I was like, that looks pretty interesting. Roma, you saw it. I didn't get to see it. A Star is Born, which I'm so shocked with that movie. And the thing with Star is Born, I felt like they were throwing it down your throat when they were marketing it. Every like TV spot, Star is Born, and then you see Lady Gaga, and then you see this dude walking on the stage like, "Come on, you can do it." And I'm like, okay. And I'm not gonna lie. We went to see a movie, and I think it was The Nun or Predator.
Okay.
And for some reason, this AMC here shows 30 minutes of trailers. So I don't know. It's just a god long.
Most of them do that.
Yeah, it's becoming a trend.
Yes, and it's annoying, and it pisses me off because I'm like, I really don't want to sit through this terrible trailers.
Actually, it doesn't annoy me.
Well, let me just tell you what happened, though.
Trailers.
Yes, but when your trailers is 5, A Star is Born, it gets really annoying. It was one scene, he's touching her nose, and I said, what the hell is this doing? Then the next scene, he's drunk. The next scene, and I was like, whoa, there's 5 trailers of this crap. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. To that point, even my wife was like, I don't want to see this movie no more. I feel like I just saw the whole movie. It was 2 minutes of different segments of the movie in one movie. Yes. Yeah, and he's in a bar, and then all of a sudden, you'll see Men in Black, and then the next thing you know, there's another scene in Star Reborn, X-Men, another scene, and then it's like, what? I just saw the whole freaking movie. But again, I just felt like they jammed A Star is Born down your throat for some reason. But again, I don't know. But again, that's our Oscar list. But who you guys think will win Best Picture? I think Spike Lee's Black Klansman might win it.
I don't think so.
Huh?
Yeah, I don't think.
Why not?
I don't know.
I think he'll win the Best Director, but I don't think it's going to win Best Picture.
Well, what would you think would win Best Picture?
I think the one that's going to get it is probably Vice.
Roma?
No, I don't know about Roma.
Because there's always people that have the weird names win it.
And that's on Netflix. That's Netflix first Best Picture nomination.
Really?
Yeah, which is pretty cool.
Oh, that is pretty cool. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
It makes Netflix a little bit more like legit, you know.
And then they could jack up the prices on
yeah,
everybody.
now they
like,
can justify. Oh, we have a Best Picture movie.
$15. Here we go. You're losing Marvel, but you're getting Best Picture quality.
and they give us all crap.
Yeah, the sequel to Roma 2. Like from the same winning director of Best Picture comes Roma 2, a story. I cracked myself up on that one. All right, so let's get to our list of the most anticipated movie of 2019.
The most anticipated. Because last week, in our last webcast, we went through the best movies of 2018.
Yes.
So now we went through those, and if you haven't seen that yet, for those of you who are listening, check it out. It's below. Actually, if you notice something, I don't know if it's showing up on the feed, but Alex, there was an issue about this being still called episode 86. When this is episode 86, yes?
87.
87. So it's 87 now, but there was some issue with it being still showing that it was 86. That will be fixed later. So this, for the record, this is 87. But moving on, we went through all these movies last week, and now we're going to be talking about what we're anticipating to be the most anticipated movies of all time. We're all like excited here. It's good. It's a great year for movies this year.
So we don't know our list. We're going to go 2 honorable mentions, 5 most anticipated movies each. And then later down, when we do our summer predictions, that's when we're going to start breaking them down per month and what we think the box office numbers are going to be per the films. And then we're going to guess. And then at the end of the year, we'll find out who won the summer predictions. All right, guys? So let's start off with our 2 honorable mentions. Let's start it off with Ralph.
Okay. 2 honorable mentions for me is, and the preview for this just came out this past, about a week ago, Spider-Man. Homecoming, right? It's called Homecoming?
Far From Home.
Far From Home. Sorry, I got confused. Spider-Man Far From Home. It looks great. The preview depicts either a pre or post Endgame scenario.
It's post. They confirmed it.
It's after.
So it's after, which probably brings everybody to peace. Like, oh yeah, he came back, and now we're excited about how that happened. So we're gonna see that. We're seeing Mysterio for the first time. That looks amazing. I think that was Sandman in the preview also, and if I'm correct, I don't know. Um, but all of this is happening in Europe, in London particularly, based on what I saw in the previews. It looks great. Looks great. Looks great. And I'm so excited.
Let me just cut you off. Sorry. My beef with that is I got really angry because I never thought about it until Kevin Feige said that it's after the effects of Endgame. After the movie, and it sucks because now I know watching the movie I'm going, oh, Spider-Man lives. So
of course he was gonna come back.
Week.
I didn't pay attention. My bad. I didn't pay attention to it.
We even when we talked about the trailer, and I said I think that they should have waited to show this trailer until after Avengers, because I mean we know he's coming back because they were already in production, but showing the trailer, you know. So did it hurt Endgame a little bit? We talked about this last week.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention much until I read the course, and I was like, it got me angry because I was like, that's stupid. But again, what's your next one, Ralph?
The next one is Amityville Murders.
Oh, I don't have the poster for that one. I'm sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. I mentioned it a few months ago, in one of my Strange Planet trailer reviews. And it depicts the events of Ronald DeFeo, and this is real life stuff here that happened in 1974 when in the Amityville, the famed haunted Amityville house in Long Island, he killed his entire family with a shotgun in 1974, and then it was a year after that is when we see the events of the classic from 1979, the Amityville Horror. So, and you see it in the beginning of that film what Ronald DeFeo did as well. But in this movie, they want to like kind of bring in the whole supernatural element into that as well, because according to court testimony, the actual Ronald DeFeo said that voices told him to do it. And of course, what happened a few years later, then the following year with the Lutz family and all that. I just want to see this gel out in an actual film. It seems interesting to me.
Yeah, I don't have the poster for that. I'm sorry for everyone out there.
Right.
All right, Pablo, what is your most anticipated movie?
Honorable mention
of number 2.
I have 4.
You got 4. Oh, Lord Almighty!
4. Can I?
How
go
you
over
have
my 4?
always 4? What's your 4 movies?
Ralph is upset because.
No, I'm not upset. Go ahead. I'm sitting back to get comfortable. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
My Lord.
Well, you're getting ready.
What's your 4?
I'll be quick.
Okay. What's your 4?
All right. Actually, none of the movies that Ralph mentioned are in my honorable mention, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so my 4 are Aladdin, The Lion King, Toy Story 4, and John Wick 3. Those are my 4 honorable mentions.
I don't even want to listen to your damn dumb list.
Why?
No, that's good.
Anyway, all right, my honorable mentions.
Toy Story 4, dude. Come on.
Toy Story 4 is on your honorable mention?
Yes.
He just said it.
Oh, my Lord.
Remember, Alex doesn't listen to me. Just look at last week.
I
You
don't.
didn't listen to me when I was talking about Spider-Man.
No.
All right, so my 2 honorable mentions, because I want to get to the meat of this of the 5, is It Chapter 2.
Oh my.
That's my honorable mention. Hellboy is my second one.
Hellboy?
Yeah,
Really?
I was not into the trailer. It was corny.
Wait.
It's
Well,
corny.
then why are you anticipating that movie? If the
No,
trailer
I'm
was
not.
corny?
Isn't it my honorable mentions the ones that we're not going to go see? Is it
No.
like, yeah.
I didn't. That's not what that means.
Oh.
Honorable mention means that you're anticipating these movies. It just didn't make your top 5 list.
Right.
Oh, jeez. All right, I don't have none.
We can make a list of all the movies we don't want to see.
Oh, did not tell you that. It and Hellboy. All right. Jesus. Or oh man, really? I say Terminator reboot.
Oh god. Yeah, I'm scared of that.
I'm really scared, but I would really say I would not even attempt. But yeah, that and Godzilla. I would say my honorable mentions on that one. That's to be even nice.
So that means that those are 2 movies that you will go see
Out of those reboots, out of all these reboots that are coming out this year, I might say I might go see these. Like, because again, this is something we'll talk about, but we'll go down to, because honestly, this is like hurting my skin saying this stuff.
All right, so let's do on number 5.
Yeah, go around the table on number 5.
Okay.
Go ahead,
Oh.
bro.
Go ahead, host.
But wait. Before I
You
go,
want me to go first?
no.
No, you
I'm
supposed.
looking at. I was just reading something. Black Boat on the thread is saying, "How about the Child's Play reboot?"
That's
might be one of.
That's a TV show. Yeah, it might.
It might
Oh,
be
that's
one
a
of the
TV
top
show.
5.
There's a TV show, and then
That's
there's a
That's
movie
a
coming out.
movie. They're
Okay, now
rebooting
it's
it.
complex because now the TV
Well, no,
show
the-
Coming out this
movie,
summer.
and then-
No, it's a
coming out this
movie.
summer.
Right, it's a movie with a brand new Chucky voice, and then the original guy who's playing the voice is doing the TV show Chucky with the
Okay.
original creator.
So,
Which
it
is
looks, so
stupid.
it's definitely not on Rob's list.
It's definitely not on my list because I like the original voice.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna start with the top 5. Now, do I get to say all 5 right now?
No.
Didn't we do this last week? Do you guys even listen to
Because you
to
guys,
our-
you guys. No, the problem is apparently we don't listen to you, Pablo. That seems to be the issue.
I guess not.
Okay, so here we go. Number 5. My number 5 anticipated movie for 2019 is X-Men: Dark Phoenix.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Oh yeah.
That wasn't
You know,
even
because-
in my honorable mention.
And I'll
That
tell
Johnny
you
was
why.
not even made.
I know you guys have your issues with the X-Men movies and stuff like that, and I get it. And I can understand why.
Like, you mean like they suck?
That kind of
It makes no sense, but
that's part of it.
All right.
But I think the other part of it is that because you see there was an overlapping between the old original X-Men cast with Hugh Jackman and all these people, and then you got the new generation, you know, the X-Men that
First
started
Class.
with First Class and all. So now you have you know, the whole Dark Phoenix thing coming up now as a story in and of itself, because as we saw at the end of X-Men Apocalypse, she kind of like let the bird out, so to speak.
but she
And-
let the bird out in X-Men 2.
3.
yeah, but
No,
that
X-Men
was-
2. It ended.
No,
it-
three.
Towards the very end.
yes.
Oh, at
that's
the
what
very
she
end.
said.
Very end.
Yeah.
But no,
And
no,
then
no, no.
X-Men
But
3.
you have to understand something, though.
Well, what
Again, that's the other cast, the original cast.
So it's not the same
So-
story.
This isn't the same thing that happened in X-Men 3.
Yeah, I mean, not
No,
the
it's
same thing,
not.
but Dark Phoenix does
Well,
rise and
because-
she kills everybody, and everyone.
But that's not
X-Men
what
has to stop her.
This is not a reboot of X-Men 3. Do you think that's a reboot of X-Men? It's not a reboot of X-Men 3.
No, but I think it's an alternate
It's a-
timeline.
I
right?
think it's
Yeah, it's a different like
and
universe.
it's also
or-
you know, it's also you know, it's more of a focus on her, really, on her character, on how what happened to her. I mean, yeah, that was touched on in X-Men 3 with you know, but Jean Grey, here you see it unravel, like you see it kind of like develop, you know, from the young years when it all started, when it all began.
because
You know,
I agree with you, but the problem is that X-Men 3 started as her as a kid, and then Xavier and Magneto went
that was
to her.
a quick jump. That was just a quick like prologue scene and the very beginning, and then it jumped into the events of after X-Men 2. Here, it's different.
So
And I
this
think-
is a journey of how she becomes bad, and then they try to stop her.
well,
from
no,
becoming evil.
maybe it's because based on the trailer. I'm going by the trailer here. Based on what I saw, the trailer, you know, with everything else going around with Magneto and all these people, you know, I'm getting the sense that this is how they found her. This is how they try to help her, how to help her harness her power, and to contain it, and her struggle with it. And something bad happens, obviously, where the bird comes out, and you know how they try to help her, like put a cap on that dang thing, because you know otherwise, forget it, everything goes to crap. So, I think that's based on the trailer. That's what I'm getting the sense that this movie is about, and I'm looking forward to seeing that play out. That's it.
Pablo, anything on Dark Phoenix? Nothing. All right.
I'm just waiting for the MCU to just take over.
Okay,
That's
all right.
Yeah,
all right.
I'm ready for the flop numbers to come in, and I go, oh, damn, I didn't see that one coming. Did you see that coming? I didn't see that one coming. All right, my number 5 that I'm gonna go. Oh my god, I really. Oh, this is. Oh, you know what? I'll say this one. This is gonna be nice. Toy Story 4. I do love the franchise,
Yay!
and I love the franchise. I didn't see the trailer. I didn't want to see the trailer to it. I want to be surprised.
It's really nothing.
Nothing spoilerly or nothing.
No.
I think the poster spoils it. Not spoils it, but I think the poster shows a little bit more
Oh, okay.
than really the trailer.
It kind of
itself.
bothers me in a way because I felt like Toy Story 3 brought such a closure
Yeah, it did.
to the whole thing, and now they're kind of like, nope, let's get another one going.
Yeah, we don't need a 4.
We don't need a 4.
But they did such a good job with all 3 of them.
That they have.
Yeah, but that's not. Yeah, but you don't want to. You see, that's when you start ruining things.
Well, that's Disney for you. Ka-ching!
You didn't need to do this for Ka-ching. They got Ka-ching all over the place.
Yeah, but remember, Disney opened up Toy Story Land. So this brings more people to Toy Story Land than Disney.
They didn't need that to bring for Toy Story Land.
I'm just
They already
saying.
had the first 3 movies for Toy Story Land.
Pablo, what is your number 5 of the 2019?
Spider-Man: Far From Home.
Number
Yay.
5. I am very
number
shocked.
You love Spider-Man, right, Pablo?
I do.
He lo-
I'm
He has the pajamas.
and no, I love Spider-Man, and I'm
he's on his feet.
anticipating.
He hangs on the ceiling.
What happened, Pablo?
No, forget it. Jokes
What
over.
you said? You said you
I was
already-
setting up a corny pun, but it's
Oh, it fell through.
Yeah.
Sorry.
yeah,
All right.
that's okay. Never mind.
He got
Yeah,
vanished.
Yes.
So, what is your why did you put this one as your number 5 over your other 4?
Well, because the other 4 are more anticipated.
Oh, you silly goose.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
that's,
a good
pretty
one.
good, Pablo. I like you.
All right, Pablo, give us your number 4. We're gonna do Russian roulette. We're gonna go the other way.
Number 4. Okay, my number 4 most anticipated movie of 2019 is a movie that it's a sequel, and when the of a reboot,
Sequel
but when
of
the
a
reboot came out, it was surprisingly amazing. Like, it was a great movie. And I was like, wow, I can't wait to see the second part, and that is It Chapter 2.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that one too.
I can't wait to see that. I'm
Because the
really
first
looking
one was
forward.
good.
Yeah,
It
the
was
first one was very good.
Well, you
And-
don't think. Go ahead. I'm sorry. This is your
I was
fault.
gonna say, and because there's a book, and we know pretty much, if they
Yeah.
pretty much follow the book more or less, then we know what the outcome's gonna be. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. All right, Ralph. What's your number 4?
My number 4 is Captain Marvel.
Wow.
I am
okay.
excited because let me tell you, at that post-credit scene at the end of Infinity War, when we see what's his name with the
Nick Fury,
Samuel Jackson, Nick Fury. You know,
Samuel
it's
Jackson.
all
the
things-
guy with the badge.
I'm terrible with names. He tried to pay. He was trying to reach her.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when all of this started like falling apart. What bugged me out is how come he didn't know what was going on, the whole story, the whole deal. Which
That's
is
the
weird.
trick.
That's the trick, right? But when you see the Captain Marvel symbol on the pager, it was kind of like, oh snap, okay. So now we know what's gonna happen. Now they've already had like 2 previews,
2 trailers.
two trailers, and they look so good.
They did.
And I love the idea that it's set in the early 90s because it gives you a backstory to roll with when the events of Infinity War finally kick in. And it's such a great appetizer for Endgame because it comes out a couple months before that. So
1 month.
about
Yeah.
1 month, yes.
Yeah.
It was kind of like the way Black Panther was our appetizer for Infinity War.
Mm.
Same thing.
Excellent.
Mine's is like Pablo's. Mine is Spider-Man.
You're number 4.
My number 4. Yeah, that's mine. I agree with you. That's my number 4 of 2019.
Very cool.
I'm looking for. You know, it's funny. I'm not bashing, but this trailer was more better than the Captain Marvel second trailer.
Okay.
It got me more amped to go. Oh, I want to go to the theater and see Spider-Man. Like Captain Marvel, I was like, I was like, okay.
Ah, man, I gotta see Captain.
Well, everyone got to see Captain Marvel to see Endgame. Like they forced
Yeah.
you to see that. Like,
You got.
Yeah.
If you go to see Endgame without seeing Captain Marvel, you're gonna be like, "What happened? I don't understand."
it's like a novella. You can't
They're
miss
right.
an episode
You can't miss
and
an
go
episode.
to the movie.
Right.
You're right. that's what Marvel has done right. If you remove the whole MCU, let's say it doesn't even exist, right? Out of left field comes out this movie called Captain Marvel. It wouldn't even be nearly as popular or profitable as it's going to be.
Yes,
but because it's surrounded by this great backstory, this MCU universe,
right?
Of course, everyone's gonna go see it.
Well, let me just tell you, my cousin Jose, who's on the chat, he could tell you. He texts me, and he goes, "Why is Infinity War starting with Thor getting his butt kicked?" And I'm like, "Did you see Thor Ragnarok?" And he goes, "No, do I have to watch it?" I was like, "Yeah, because it ends when Infinity War starts." He goes, "Oh, crap!" So he had to force himself to. I mean, not force it because he liked it, but he had to watch that.
Yeah, of course.
And then watch Infinity War, and then continue on. But yeah, it's like a novella. If you miss that one episode, and you go into that theater and you go, "Damn, who the hell is Bruce Banner?" You're gonna be screwed. You're gonna be like, "Oh, damn."
Imagine not watching Infinity War and then seeing Ant-Man 2 and Wasp and seeing what happened at the end, being like, "What the hell just what just happened?"
Yeah, but you know what's funny with Ant-Man and Wasp? If you take out the movie and just put the post-credit scene, then you kind of didn't need to see Ant-Man and Wasp because there was nothing in Ant-Man and Wasp that you wanted that tied into the movie except the post-credit scene.
You don't know that yet. You don't know that yet. Let's see what happens.
Unless the particle thing, when he's in the particle thing.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Maybe
but
something to that. I don't know. All
right, Pablo.
Yes, sir.
Number 3.
Number three. All right, you guys are gonna hate me for this one.
What, Men in Black?
No,
because I would hate you if you have that on your list. Like,
no. But just hold your thought because you might still hate me. This is a franchise.
Oh man,
that I absolutely love.
It's a. Oh, let me see.
And I may be in the minority here, but it is just a franchise that's so near and dear to me, and I love it. And the fact that the last 3 movies were terrible.
Oh, I already know what it is.
That could have killed the franchise, and I think it did. But they just keep making them, and I'm like an idiot. Go back and see it because I love this franchise, and I love the actor so much that I will see anything that he does, especially if he's involved with this franchise. And Ralph is stumped. He can't figure out what the heck
I already know what it is.
I'm going to tell you, I am looking forward to the new Terminator movie.
Oh my god.
Is that the actual poster?
No, I had to crop it myself because they don't have no poster, so I have to put old freaking Linda Hamilton with a shotgun. Look,
but we know this. The director of Deadpool is doing it. The original Deadpool. He's directing it.
Mark Miller, is it?
Tim Miller?
Tim Miller. I'm sorry, Tim Miller. Yes, Tim Miller.
He's directing it. Schwarzenegger and Linda Hamilton are back.
Oh man.
And James Cameron is producing. And this movie takes place after Terminator 2. So all those other
movie took place after Terminator 2.
They dismiss all that. It's an alternate universe. They dismissing all that.
Terminator Salvation took place after Terminator.
Yep, that's
2.
gone.
Terminator 3 took place.
Gone. And Terminator Genesis is gone.
And guess what? One day, this one is going to be gone too.
So, look, listen. Hold on, listen. I cannot defend the last 3 movies, but I thoroughly enjoyed Salvation.
Salvation was bad.
Terminator 3, I love Terminator 3.
Rise of the Machine?
Yes, I know it's a terrible movie. I know it's an awful movie, but it's that kind of movie that I just love watching over and over again.
No way.
And Terminator
I have
Genesis,
to admit, I've seen it more than once too. So.
Yes, and Terminator Genesis, as bad as it was, for some reason, if it's playing, I'll sit there and watch it because it's Terminator.
Oh
but it also stars Alex's guy.
It has Christian.
Oh, no. That's the other one.
That's Salvation.
Salvation.
Yeah. Yes. When he goes, his stupid line.
When he flips out on the
light guy.
The light guy.
Oh my god. He goes, "This is John Connor, aka Batman."
So anyway, so that's my number 3. So looking forward to it.
Oh my god. And John Wick is your honorable mention. That's
yes.
I can't. I'm hurt. Oh my god, Terminator.
You're in pain, Alex.
I'm in pain because you know what? If that trailer drops and it's doo-doo, everyone's gonna make fun of it. That's gonna be like the first thing. Like, what did Jake Cameron do? I think all he did was put his name as producer and went, throw the script to the side. I'm getting money anyway. Got to still work on my 10 avatars. But go ahead, Ralph. What's your number 3?
My number 3 is one of my most anticipated films. It's in the number 3, but when I saw the first trailer for this last summer, I lost my mind. I'm talking about Godzilla, King of the Monsters. Let me tell you, I lost my mind. I am so excited for this movie. They've actually improved the design of Godzilla himself. They made him look more like classic Godzilla while still retaining the 2014 look. And I think that's awesome.
Yeah, he looked like a little fat, little pudgy little dude.
No. Like the spikes on his back are more pronounced. Like they should have been in 2014. His legs, a lot of people complain about his legs being very elephant-like and stubby, as opposed to more reptilian, like the way it's classic. This is a little bit now starting to look more like that. If you look at the feet of I saw the models, the merchandise that they showed off in Japan on video. Like they showed like what they're gonna be selling, the figurines and all that kind of stuff. So you got detailed looks at all the monsters, and Godzilla looks amazing. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I'm looking forward to seeing Rodan, Mothra, King Ghidorah. We got like all the and there's word that there's other monsters that we have not yet seen that are
You think King Kong's gonna make an appearance?
I bet post credit. You'll be like, like he's from a tree or something.
Yeah, I think Alex. I think Alex has a point. I think he's right.
It's possible because they are working on the whole King Kong versus Godzilla film for 2020. So let's see. But I'm not really like thinking about that right now. I'm thinking about what I'm gonna see right now in this thing.
You know what I hope they ever do is crossover with Power Rangers. So all these big monsters is like, go Power Rangers, and they all become big and they start fighting like Pacific Rim. Because that's all I see when I saw the trailer. I was like, all we need is big robots fighting these damn animals.
Oh, they have that in the Godzilla franchise.
There you go. We should bring it. More merchandise selling.
Mecha Godzilla. They have Mecha Godzilla. Man. Yeah, when Godzilla that came out in 1974, I believe. And that was amazing.
I'm just saying it would be awesome if Megazord comes out. Like,
and you guys are making fun of Terminator?
Oh my god! I'm just saying. It's not like I would run to the theater for
Pablo's
that.
not a Godzilla fan. He doesn't understand it.
I think Godzilla to you is what Terminator is to me.
Okay.
Like I sit there and watch any Terminator movie, no matter what, because I just love the universe and I just love the concept and everything, just like Godzilla for you, which is cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be great, all of it. So,
all right, my number 3 is Pet Sematary.
Oh my god!
Yeah, because that's the only poster I have on the list here, so I had to put it up. But yeah, Pet Sematary. I like the original. This is a reboot, so I'm like, ay Dios mío. But again, from the trailer, the trailer looked pretty like a reboot, but it looked pretty good.
I liked how the cat looked. You know how the cat is always in the original film. The cat was always like the main thing to look at, right? Like the cat with the glowing eyes and stuff like that. But here, this was different. This cat was different,
You know, it's funny. I didn't like the old guy that played Herman Munster. The guy who's playing him now, the new guy.
Herman.
No, I mean, the original
remember how
guy
we
was
used
good.
to laugh like that?
Yeah, Lily.
Lily.
And every time he jumped, the whole camera shook.
I won't go. I won't. Bah, bah, bah. And everything will like freaking fall apart and everything because he was a big guy.
Lily.
Lily.
Eddie. No. So for seriously, the original guy I liked. This one felt weird. I was a little. I know it's a reboot, but I think they could have picked another person.
This guy. He's in a lot of movies. That guy.
The 30 Rock from the Sun, right? Wasn't he?
Yeah. And he was in Rise of the Planet of the Apes, the first of the new Planet of the Apes.
Yes, and he was in Twilight Zone the movie.
Yes.
He was in Cliffhanger.
Yes, he was the bad guy. Yeah, he was like, "Give me my money," and I remember that. I love that movie.
Yeah,
that was a good movie. But cliffhanger. But anyway, the Pet Cemetery, it was pretty good. Look, the kids playing in the jungle, I thought that was pretty cool. It freaked me out with the mask and it going.
Yeah. It was like a tribal kind of.
I was like, that was creepy.
Wait,
now
it was creepy.
With a 16, I don't know. We'll see until trailer 2 and see.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
All right, Ralph, give us your number 2.
I think we can all figure out our 1 and 2s here. It might not be in the same order, but yeah, I think.
Yeah, man. Well, I think in my case, you guys would know.
I don't know.
Right
Let's
order.
see.
My number 2 is one of the most anticipated films for 2019. I am talking about Avengers Endgame. Yeah. You know, we saw how everybody left the movie theater last April, like, oh, what that just happened? Everybody died, you know, and everybody lost their minds. Everybody turned to dust. Spider-Man turned to dust. Everybody
turned to dust. Spider-Man turned to dust.
Mostly Spider-Man turned to dust, which was the most heartbreaking one. Doctor Strange turned to dust.
Winter Soldier, Scarlet Witch,
Vision. Yeah. Most of the Guardians, the only ones that
the whole Wakanda.
That's not true.
No,
Black Panther turned to dust. When Black Panther turned to dust, you know that bothered people. Like, wait a minute,
when's the sequel coming? Like that's everybody was thinking.
You know, Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute.
I hope
so. This was an issue, right? It was an issue.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So what I think that movie is going to be amazing. We're gonna see. I don't know how it's gonna work out. Based on the preview, I know that the key to this is what happened with Ant-Man, and I really believe this, guys. Doctor Strange, what he said before he turned to dust, when he said there was no other way. Do you understand what he meant when he said that? Do you get it? Because I think I got it. You know, I think that remember that part when he was looking at all the possible ways that this would end, and out of all the 12 million, whatever ways that where they lost, there was only one way that they won. Well, he made sure that one way was what happened, which was giving Thanos what he wanted, the Time Stone, you know, and restoring Iron Man. So, you know, I'm telling you, people are like, why did he do that? That's why he did that. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's gonna show up. It's gonna come out. Watch. I'm gonna get up in the theater. I knew it. I'm done.
Pablo, you're number 2.
Same movie, Avengers Endgame.
Wow. Why?
Yeah.
Why is he number 2?
Because it's not in my number 1.
There you go.
Silly.
We all know what's gonna be number 1.
Yes.
My number 2 is John Wick. John Wick 3. That's my number 2. That's
wait a minute.
Hands down.
Serious?
Oh, I'm dead ass serious. Dead ass serious. I even used the ass word in this podcast.
Okay.
Dead
So here's
serious.
the thing. Here's the thing I'm talking about then.
What?
Everybody who's yeah.
Oh,
that's the trick.
That's the trick. I'm gonna
you
throw
guys
all you
know.
off.
You guys already knew, right? What mine top 2 was going to be. You knew, even if it was the order was going to be off. For you to say what you just said right now, Alex, has got me wondering, and Pablo wondering, what the heck is this number 1?
Pablo told me not to say the list. He wanted to be all surprised, and I'm surprising everybody. My number 2 is John Wick. And self-explanatory, is one of the best action franchises that came out in a long time. I'm talking about long time. Keanu Reeves is just excellent in action, not rom-coms, not in dramas. Stick to action, my friend, because that's what you do best.
That's right.
That is what he's known for to me.
I agree.
Sci-fi movies, he's great as Johnny Mnemonic. He is great as Neo. You just keep going down the line. I'm just saying John Wick to me is the best for me.
You know, I'm curious about those John Wick movies. I want to see the first 2.
Oh, the comic book is amazing.
Yeah, but I'm not into comic books.
No, I'm just saying it just takes
Godzilla comics.
Oh. No, I'm just saying
I was a kid.
Like the comic book for John Wick is really good. It's like the movies. You're just reading and you're like, oh, I want to see more. and explains how he got into the Continental, which I hope they show a little bit on this one, but I doubt it. But yes, that's my number 2. I guess I know already what you guys' number 1 is. And that is the poster that I'm getting in Chicago, the exclusive Chicago 2019 celebration exclusive poster I will be getting and hanging up on my wall because I'm going to Chicago this year with my wife.
What is that?
Huh?
What is this?
That's the exclusive poster for Celebration this year in honor of the last movie. They put all the characters dark side and all the characters on the blue side. Oh, baby. It's gonna be on my
I want
wall.
a copy of that, yo.
Well, you better go to Celebration. Wait, tickets are sold out.
Let's celebrate with Alex.
Yeah, go celebrate.
You're going, Alex?
Oh, yeah. Me and my wife is going. We're going to Chicago. Like,
I'm in pain.
do.
I don't know if I'll ever get a chance to go to one of these. It just falls in the wrong time because of my job and everything. So anyway, all right, I'm complaining.
I went to the one in Florida like years ago.
All right. All right, so
That's what I heard. I heard it was really
first?
good.
Who's going first?
All right, let's go with Pablo.
How about if we all say it at the same time because we all have our
No. He can't say anything.
Oh, no, that's not my number 1. Star Wars is not my number 1. It's not my number 1. I'm sorry to hurt everybody on the internet, but Star Wars is not my number 1. I am going to see it. It is, but I threw
I
curveballs
can't
all over the
believe
place.
it's not even in an honorable mention. How dare you?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
It's
All
not-
that raving. Oh,
But yeah,
Rian Johnson was awesome.
Rian Johnson is awesome. I'm
then
gonna see it.
But you got all the posters behind you.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
going to Chicago.
Going to
and all
Chicago.
this, but it's not even in your honorable mention.
Oh my God.
Nope. And I'm going to see it. I'm going to see it opening night. I am. But I threw curveballs everywhere. So
Star
much
Wars
curveballs.
Episode 9 is Pablo and I's number 1 most anticipated movie.
Yep.
You know, we're talking about the end of what they say to be the end of the Skywalker saga. That means everything from Episode 1 in the prequels all the way through the original trilogy down to the sequel trilogy is finally going to accumulate into this film that J.J. Abrams is doing to see if he can kind of like unwind and undo some of the damage, at least, that Rian Johnson did to Episode 8. And we can go
There
into
was
debate
no
about that. There
damage
was a
in
lot of-
Episode
and
8.
why is there such an uproar? Why was there such
Lord.
a backlash? And never in the history of Star Wars has there ever been such a when you have a direct. Hold on, let me say this one thing. When you have a director who had to go online and explain to everybody away, right? Like explain why he did what he did. That's a problem. Because
There's not
when
a problem.
No, it is a problem because when you're a director, you're supposed your work speaks for itself. You
Really?
don't have to make up excuses for it. You don't have to come up with, hey, look, I understand why everybody's upset, but this is what I thought. This is what I da. When a director has to do that, that's a problem.
No, you know why it's not a problem? Because we live in a generation that directors are on Twitter. And George Lucas was on Twitter. I guarantee you all the Star Wars fans would be up his butt going, well, episode 1, 2, and 3 stuff.
But I'll tell you
know
this
what?
much. But I'll tell
No.
you this. No.
He
You know
doesn't
what?
need to explain himself.
But-
he did
but-
the movie. You
Well,
went to see it.
Yeah, but here's
He
the
got
thing
money.
about. But you know what? Here's the leeway with George Lucas. This is his baby. He created it.
And
he
you
can
know
do
what?
whatever
And-
the hell he wants.
of
Rian
course.
Johnson was just some back guy that just came from somewhere around the corner and said, "Who's this guy? I don't know. Make him direct the second film in this trilogy."
No. See, but you can't say apples to oranges because you can't say, oh, George Lucas is the creator and he could do whatever he wants.
I'm not saying
No.
he did a good job. I'm not
Right,
saying
but
he
you
did a
know
good
what?
job
If he
with
was
it.
on Twitter,
But
everybody would be trolling him, bitching at him, doing everything that you guys did to Rian Johnson, and then he'll come out and say, you know what, screw yourself.
you know something?
No.
He was, in spite of all the setbacks with the love story in Episode 2 and the Jar Jar Binks crap in Episode 1, one thing you had to give him was that he stayed consistent with the character development and the story. Rian Johnson compromised with that.
No, he did not. He actually made it better with the characters. He evolved the characters. What more do you want? Kylo Ren had to do something. What do you want him to do? The same thing? Oh, Master, show me how to do the dark side, Master. For the whole stupid thing. Then Rey is there going, Luke, show me how to pick up a rock for a whole 3 hours of a freaking movie. Like, you had to develop. Luke had to die. If you wanted him to battle,
I didn't mind Luke
Kylo
dying.
Ren, no,
I
no,
just
but
didn't
I'm
like
just
how
saying
he
is,
died.
the story had to evolve. And that's what he gave you. And I thought it was a gamble that he took. I thought it was a good gamble. A lot of people wanted this whole Star Wars, all this stuff. You know what? It worked for what he had and what he did because he directed and wrote it. I thought it worked. Now, if J.J. Abrams wants to rework everything that people bitched and complained about, then that's great.
J.J. Abrams created characters that he did away with. Why would J.J. Abrams make a character like Supreme Leader Snoke, only to have Rian Johnson come in and snuff him out, and make it not a non?
But do you think that Rian Johnson didn't talk to J.J. Abrams about those characters?
And that's the thing that
because Zack Snyder talked to James Wan about Aquaman before he filmed it about what the characters he wanted.
I have a theory. You're gonna bug out when I tell you this theory. In spite of how I feel about this. What would bug me out is that when this movie comes out and we see it, it not only explains everything that happened in The Last Jedi, but it makes it make more sense. That everybody goes, oh,
Look,
that's what I'm thinking. I'm like, this is the only way that I don't know.
I'm just saying he must have talked to J.J. Abrams about the story of the first and then got into the other. Pablo, what do you think of this whole thing before we go to my number one? Because Pablo's quiet. He's just staying out of that one. But all right, This is my number one.
You're not going to say anything? This is the most exciting movie for you.
It is.
But he wants to stay out of the argument of Rian Johnson.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. The argument.
Rian Johnson thing. Tell me about episode 9.
Well, the fact that Avengers is in both our number 2, when I think in any other year, it would have been our number 1 by far.
Yes.
Speaks to how great the Star Wars franchise is and how much Star Wars fans love it. I mean, come on, Avengers Endgame didn't even make our number 1 list. There's another movie that, I mean, I will see anything and everything Star Wars, no matter what, even Solo, multiple times. It's Star Wars. There's nothing else you can say. It's Star Wars, and not only Star Wars, but it's the end of the Skywalker saga, and everyone wants to see how it's going to end. And you know that I'm a huge fan of Episode 7. I'm a huge fan of J.J. Abrams. Huge fan.
J.J. Abrams, man. Yeah.
And when I heard that he was coming back to do 9, I was jumping up and down. I was like, I cannot wait to see this movie, and that's why it's my most anticipated movie of the year. I would probably say of the decade if Episode 7 or 8 didn't come out in this past decade. But yeah, Star Wars for me.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
All right, sir. The guy with 3 Star Wars posters in the backdrop.
My
Who
number
was
one.
number 1?
My number 1 is gonna shock everyone. Is the
Avengers.
Joker origin movie? That's right. That's right. I'm waiting. I've been waiting.
You didn't even
for
have
origin.
Avengers in your
Those are given. Like, you're gonna go see them.
But it's not
given.
That's what anticipation means.
Yes,
you're
but
you're looking forward to.
But
it.
I chimed when you guys talked about it. I chimed in. I'm definitely gonna see it. But my number 1 most anticipated movie is Joker. I want to see how it turns out. I want to see exactly. We all know Star Wars was gonna be number 1. We all knew Endgame was gonna be number 2 for everybody. I mean, if you even ask the people that watches it, that's on the chat, I bet those would be the number 2. But in honesty, mine was John Wick as my number 2. And,
that one I can see. I can see that one because
and Joker,
you're a
I
big
would say
fan
number
of
1.
Like that.
And if, let's say, Batman was coming out this year, I would have had Batman in number 1 if Ben Affleck was still playing him. Now, if it was another dude, I don't know. I don't know yet until I see the trailer. But if it was Ben Affleck, I would say, you know what? Yes. But you know what? Yeah. Star Wars, look, it's given. Pablo says Spaceballs is his favorite all-time movie of all time. But But look, honestly, Joker, it's until the trailer drops. And you know, it's funny, on all our lists, Shazam is not even on it. Sonic the Hedgehog is not even on it. I'm not even looking. Pokemon.
Well, that has to do with Joker, though.
Oh, no. I'm just saying, naming the other big movies that are coming out this year. I'm just naming the list of the ones that I have here. Lion King. No one had it in there. 5.
Yes, I had it in my honorable mention.
Oh, honorable mention. But I'm saying, I think you're the only one that had it on honorable between
Honorable
me and
mention, yeah.
Aladdin was in only
had it in
yours.
my-
Me and Ralph didn't even have it in ours. Dumbo.
Yeah, I'm not looking at them.
Yeah. Dark Phoenix. Only Ralph.
Ralph had it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Only Ralph. So I'm looking. Men in Black. Nobody.
Yeah, no one had that.
No one had Men in Black. Pet Cemetery. I was the only one that had it. Between you two guys. You guys didn't have Pet Cemetery. Yeah. But I bet you guys would still go see it. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Oh yeah,
I may not see it in the theater. I don't know if I'm
And-
going to go to the theater to see it.
Jose said, how about the movie Us by Jordan Peele?
I want to see
Yeah,
that.
I was thinking about that one. The trailer looked promising. I loved Get Out, but I felt like there was just other movies I was looking forward to more.
Yeah, me too. But I definitely want to see that film as well.
Pablo said, how about Joker versus John Wick? Who do you think will win?
As far as what, box office numbers?
No, in terms of the characters going at each other.
Oh, if they fought each other?
Yeah, if they were in the same universe and
Joker versus John Wick?
yeah, John Wick has to go after Joker. Who you think come out winning?
Listen, John Wick has the whole what's it called? The underground thing? What they call?
Yes, the assassins. The underground. Oh yeah, the underground. Yeah.
Yeah, they have a name.
Mhm.
Yeah, but they have all of them after him, and you know he's probably gonna survive. So that's kind of that's badass.
Well, the
But
question.
then Joker, you got a Joker, and Batman
the same
never
thing.
really got to beat him. You know, like so that's I don't know who will win in that one. That's a tough one.
I mean, he does have an underground. Also, the Joker. He has his gang. That's a pretty good one. And Pablo said Joker fights dirty, whereas John Wick, he fights clean and he shoots pinpoint accuracy, and his surroundings he uses very well.
As far as box office numbers, I think Joker's gonna do better than John Wick.
John Wick 3?
Yeah.
You know what's funny about it?
John Wick is not a big draw, unfortunately.
Well, the
It's just
problem
not.
is John Wick is coming out in the same month as Godzilla, Avengers, and Endgame.
yeah, never
which I
came
don't
out in the
even
summer.
know.
before. It was never a summer movie.
No, it was in February.
You know, I want to touch on something that you mentioned, Alex, about the whole idea of Joker fighting John Wick. Have you heard of this YouTube channel, Bat in the Sun? Do you know what I'm talking about? Okay, check it out. It's called Bat in the Sun. It's one word. It's like they took those words and stuck them together. Bat in the Sun, and they have a lot of subscribers. And basically, what they do is they make videos of those kind of scenarios. Well shot videos. I saw a few of them already this week, and I was like, wow, that was funny, or it was impressive. Some not so impressive, but still. Like, I'll give you an example. They have a video of a 15-minute short film of the Joker fighting Negan from The Walking Dead. I'm not kidding. Like, what would happen if those two went mano a mano? There's another one that shows Winter Soldier fighting Nightwing. There's another one showing Boba Fett fighting Star-Lord. There's another one Batman Beyond versus Spider-Man 2099, it's called. Wonder Woman versus Wolverine. Iron Man versus Optimus Prime.
What?
Yeah. Deadpool versus Deathstroke. Michael Myers versus the Looksee. I don't know what Looksee is. You know, it has all these crazy videos, you know. Check it out. Just look at it. I saw a couple of them already, and I was like, oh, that's cute. That was funny, or whatever, you know. It held my attention. So check it out. It's called what's it called again? Bat in the Sun.
Well, so we got our number ones. Mine was Joker. 2 Star Warses. Number 2s were the Avengers and the John Wick.
Yeah.
So those are our movies that we're waiting for. In a few weeks, we're gonna do summer prediction. Actually, no, in February, I believe, right? Because it starts in March, right?
No, we usually do it the week before Avengers come out.
The Avengers come out, but what isn't other box office movies coming out? I mean, summer movies coming out before that. Captain Marvel is in April.
Do it right before summer.
I know Captain Marvel is in March. Actually.
Yeah, it's not
March.
a summer movie.
It's not a summer movie. Oh, okay. No, all right. So that we'll do it around April or around there.
Okay.
Those things. Ralph, plug in your Strange Planet NYC.
Strange Planet NYC is my channel on YouTube right here. Just write that in on the search engine, and you'll find my channel, Strange Planet NYC. You'll see my previews. I actually did a review of Vader Shards from the Past, that fan film that caught a lot of attention and news this past week. And it was great. And, see my review of it and my follow-up. I kind of made 2 films in one about that. So check it out. And that's it.
It's a really good movie. If you're a big Star Wars fan, it's a very well put together Star Wars movie. Like, I would put it up there with the Star Wars movies.
Yeah,
like,
it's at 16 minutes. And they should hire that guy.
Yeah, they should
actually do a real movie.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows the stuff.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
They should put him in that should be put in with the Star Wars movies.
Yes.
As a
He's
thank
a
you to
fan.
him.
He's a fan. That's why.
Yeah, as a thank you, they should take his movie and put it on the Blu-ray disc of one of the movies that it goes between.
I agree. I agree.
Wait. I have an issue.
What?
I have an issue.
What's the issue?
And Ralph said that this guy is a fan, right? The director?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A fan of Star Wars.
Yeah, his name is he's Latino or Ramirez something. I forgot.
Which is great, a fan. But just because you're a fan doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna make a good Star Wars movies, because we all know that Rian Johnson is a huge Star Wars fan. He grew up on Star Wars.
Don't believe that.
You don't believe he's a fan of Star Wars?
I think he's full of it.
Yeah, well, look at his house, because they showed his house, and it has a lot of Star Wars stuff.
He grew up on Star Wars.
Was
that
it
was
before or
his influence,
after?
and he's
before or after he set it up before the cameras came.
Right, but
the point, regardless of what you think of Rian Johnson, that's not my argument here. My argument is that Rian Johnson is also a huge fan. So, and you just finished saying, like you're alluding to that, Star Wars should be hiring directors that are huge Star Wars fans, and they did. Rian Johnson is one of the biggest Star Wars fans. I mean, you have a conversation with him, and he'll tell you stuff like you, Ralph. When sometimes you go in deep into like the lore of Star Wars, he goes into it. He knows his Star Wars way more than J.J. Abrams. I'll tell you that. But he is a true fan. I'm not saying anything about Last Jedi and all that stuff. I'm just saying that he is just as big a fan as the guy who did this fan film.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, just because you're a fan and he had his vision for his movie, just like Rian Johnson. J.J. Abrams had, other writers help him out with the Star Wars story. He wrote it by himself. It's not like he had other people. Like, that movie was all written by himself, which, again, if you have bone pick, that's great. But he is a huge fan. Just like your Halloween franchise was written by 2 Halloween fans, and that movie was doo-doo. Those were the
it wasn't bad.
It was doo-doo.
It was bad. It was good. I enjoyed it. But like I said, the third act falls apart. I have issues with that. But it was a good movie. I enjoyed it.
It was okay, but if I had to between Last Jedi and Halloween, I'd rather see Last Jedi better. But again, it was written by 2 fans. So again, it's the same thing. Like, this guy did it. He's a fan film. I bet there's other fan films out there that people did, and it was really good, better than the franchises and stuff. So, that's all I'm saying. But anyway, anything.
Well, next week I'm gonna start working on my Terminator movie.
Oh yeah, what you gonna call it?
I'm gonna make my own.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna call it Terminator
Porqueria.
That's a good title. Terminator, the
Terminator,
Porqueria.
the Last Jedi.
That Terminator, the last Terminator. Like, I don't know, the last T800 or
The
whatever
last
the hell he is.
T1000.
Yeah, the last
Terminator.
Oh,
Arnold is
T800.
old.
Yeah, the T800.
Terminator, the last T800.
Yeah, that's it. That's the whole
I
movie.
think the T800s should end.
And it's just Arnold on the door. Like, mad
Yes, he's
sad.
like this.
Time for everything to
Got his
end. You
exoskeleton
got to
arm.
put this down. I'm gonna drink this green milk.
Yeah, it would be like John Connor giving him the chip, and he grabs it and throws it backwards. He looks at it and he just throws it like.
I
"Oh."
thought not even the chip, the arm from the original Terminator.
Yeah, like this is your arm, and he looks at it. He's like, like he just throws it back.
Yeah, that's
Like,
my
what
next
is
movie.
That's your next movie, The Last T800. Oh my god,
Oh,
that is
no.
the Terminator, the T800. Oh my god, that is pretty funny though if you really think about it.
The last termination.
Yeah. What is it? What did you guys
He
argue
was,
about?
you were plugging in NYC.
No, I know. People arguing on the. Oh, Pablo said Get Out sucked.
No,
and
I-
then-
Not this
No, it
Pablo.
no,
no,
not
not you.
On the chat, in the chat, they're saying.
Oh, there's another Pablo in the
Yeah,
chat?
he said
Yeah.
that Get Out
Oh.
sucked, and
No, it
then
didn't.
another person said it was made with $5 million, and got way back, and then my wife goes, yeah, it made $252 million worldwide, nice profit.
Get Out did not suck. It was a very good movie.
And then it said, yes, it still sucked. That's what he said.
Okay.
So, that
Okay, we'll agree to disagree. He still has a cool name though.
And then Black Bolt said Terminator get to the chopper in the unknown voice.
The last chopper.
Yeah, that's gonna be my next fan film.
Huh? That is
Predator, the last chopper.
the last chopper. Oh my god.
It's time for the chopper to end.
No, but anyway, you can
the last Predator.
the last Predator.
It's time for the Predator to
Time
end.
for the Predator to end.
Oh my god, Predator, the last Predator.
me
That
out of
makes
this
no, that's like
hole.
so oxymoron.
Now that sounds like a fan film
That's
title.
very fair,
The
Phil.
Predator, the last
last-
Predator.
Yeah, it'll be hunted by some other being, some other hunter.
That is like the actual Predator's
Don't
going.
think about that. That might actually work.
What, Predator, the last Predator?
Yeah.
Really?
Well,
Like-
I don't know if I wouldn't call it like that. I would call it the last Predator. Like I would have the Predator running around on some planet somewhere, trying to get away from this other thing that somebody can create. Why?
It's like really that's like a novella, like Predator, the last Predator. Like
Oh,
that
like
makes
the
it-
novella son, Mentira.
Yeah,
Like that kind of thing. The drama.
oh my god. Oh my god, you're dumb. You said Predator, the last. You do any
Predator,
movie.
the last Predator.
Go through all the Star Wars movies and just replace it with Predator.
Yeah. Oh my god. The Predator. Oh boy.
The Phantom
The Predator awakens.
The Predator, Attack of the Predators.
Attack of the Predator. Revenge of
What's
the
other one?
Predator.
The Revenge of the Predator.
Wait, what about episode 4? A new Predator.
Empire of the
The
Predators.
Predator Strikes Back.
Return of the
Return of
Predator.
the Predator. The Predator Awakens.
A Predator's New Hope.
Oh man. Oh god, I can't. Okay, we're following. We're
All right,
we're
well,
flying
yeah.
off the handle here, man.
Yeah. Oh my
Oh
god.
my god.
Let's end it here.
Oh my god.
People are tuning out. They're like, you know what? Forget these guys are done.
They know they still arguing about Get Out.
Oh no.
Oh my god. No, but yes, follow us at Wide Range Media at Twitter, Facebook.com/Wide Range Media. I also opened up a group page where you guys could talk about movies and everything, keep it respectful.
Keep
and
talking
everything.
about Get Out.
Yeah, keep talking about Get Out there if you want. We'll chime
And
in.
Predator.
Yeah, and the last Predator idea that Pablo came up with. Or, yeah, so you could go to facebook.com/group/WRMWC for community. The Wide Range Media community is open. You guys can go there and argue about all the movies you want. We'll chime in when you get in. Other than that, I'm your host, Alex Figueroa, and my co-hosts are...
I'm Pablo.
And Ralph Perez.
We'll catch you later. Peace.